I'm Michael Bailey, publisher and founder of the MinorityEye. This evening, we hosted a virtual Meet the Candidates forum. During this forum, I had the opportunity to talk with the candidates that are running for Richland County Council District 9. I wanted to give the candidates an opportunity to tell me a little bit about themselves so I can share that information with you, the voters. If you're unfamiliar with the candidates that will be on the ballot this upcoming Tuesday, September 8th, they are Jonnieka Farr, who is a business analyst for the state, long time and well respected Democratic activist here in Richland County. Also running, you have Jesica Mackey, who is a strategic communications consultant for the prestigious MP Strategies here in Columbia. Also, Mr. Cody Pressley, who is a veteran and a well-known businessman and the co-founder of a prominent real estate firm here in Richland County. And also on the ballot is Angela Addison, who is also a veteran, youth advocate, community activist, and a longtime healthcare professional. One of the questions I asked the candidate was to tell me a little bit about yourself in your own words. Here's what they had to say.
My name is Jonnieka Farr. I've lived here in Columbia, South Carolina for 20 years, and I am a former military spouse. So this is where we're stationed at Fort Jackson, and that brought us here. And considering that I am a military brat, so not only did I travel with my parents, but I also married someone who traveled as well. But Columbia, South Carolina is the place that I've lived in the longest. Throughout my entire life, I've lived here the longest out of anywhere that I've lived, and I wouldn't be anywhere else outside of here. I am the chair of the Richland Democratic Women's Council, which is a women's organization. I serve on the Community Relations Council for Richland County as a board member for that. I am a member of the NAACP. I am on the board for my homeowners association. And so I understand the importance of being involved in my community.
Yes, I'm Angela Addison, running for District 9 County Council. I have over 25 years of volunteer services to Richland County communities. I am a wife, I am a mother, I'm a veteran, and I'm a community advocate who knows the importance of hard work and loyalty. I, um, I am the vice president for NABJA, National Blacks in Criminal Justice here in Columbia, South Carolina. And I take pride in what I do. I am I run a nonprofit organization called Believe in Me Too. It's designed to help youth in the community with going to college, going to sports, mentoring, and getting to college.
Hi, my name is Jesica Mackey. I am running for Richland County Council District 9. I grew up and was raised in South Carolina and came to Columbia to attend undergrad and graduate school at the University of South Carolina. I'm married to my husband, Joseph Mackey. We've been married for 8 years and we have two children, Olivia 6 and Liam 3. Current volunteer activities include serving with my child's PTO. Also, I serve as a board member of the United Way of the Midlands, and I work with United Way to be a reading tutor at Richland 1 and Richland 2 school districts. I'm also on the board of WTS South Carolina, which is Women in Transportation Seminar, which is a group of women throughout South Carolina that look at transportation issues throughout the state. And I also am a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
Hello, voters of District 9. I am Cody Pressley, your soon-to-be representative for District 9. I am a husband, married 10 years to my beautiful spouse, Avery Pressley. I'm a father of 4 beautiful children, 2 boys and 2 girls. I'm a member of Word of God Church and Ministries International. I am a former Staff Sergeant of the United States Army. I'm the founding and chief operating officer of Burrs and Presley Realty, which happens to be one of the largest minority-owned real estate companies in the state of South Carolina. I'm the co-founder of Changing the Narrative, which is a grassroots movement. I am a selfless community and business leader, and I am the man for the job. So that's Cody Pressley in a nutshell. Thank you.
During this virtual interview session that lasted about an hour and a half, I had an opportunity to ask the candidates a series of questions. I would like to share with you now some of those questions and some of the responses from the candidates. One question in particular I asked was, what made them decide to run for Richland County Council seat, District 9? One of the candidates had this to say.
Well, I decided to get in this race because we do need more leadership, somebody who's gonna take care of the community. I'm a community person. I know a little bit about politics, but I know a lot about taking care of people. And I know that when people are mourning and they need something and they're wanting to know and they want to know why they're not being taken care of in the community and no one's listening to them, I'm that person.
I also asked the candidates about the issue of transparency and accountability, which seems to arise again and again when referring to the county council. I wanted to know, if elected, what would they do to increase transparency and accountability between the constituents of the county and the county council?
As far as transparency, I think that we definitely, need to communicate more, have access and availability for, if there are audits, allowing our constituents to know what is going on in especially when you're thinking about the penny tax and people have their qualms and issues surrounding that. Being more open, having more town halls, communicating more with constituents will allow for transparency to be held, because what we know on council should be shared to the taxpayers and the citizens in Richland County. So again, I agree. If you have more, I propose having a town hall meeting every other month and communicating through email, or with right now, we have the availability to communicate with each other as we're doing tonight, doing things via the web. And so it would be easier, I think, now for us to be more transparent and communicate more with constituents in District 9.
Yes, transparency is key. We've seen it in the news, what's been going on with Richland County Council as a whole, and there is a lack of trust from residents. And so, ultimately, creating that transparency is going to increase the trust of residents once again, which is what the county council needs. Transparency with communication. So being proactive in our communication. If elected, communications is a strong piece of my background. I have extensive experience communicating with residents, with community groups, with elected officials, and with state agencies, and knowing how to bring people together and have oftentimes difficult conversations. And so communication and proactive, frequent communication is key, but also laying out plans for residents. So not just telling them about what's going on now or what's going on next week, but keeping them involved on the future plans of Richland County for 3 and 5 years to come, and making sure we're getting their feedback. So not just telling residents, but also giving them the opportunity to provide their input in their community that they live in, and creating a district that we all have input in and that we are creating together. As far as transparency with the budget and what we spend on programs and services, and even the penny program, audits are crucial. And not only doing an audit, but doing audits regularly and making them available to residents without going through a whole bunch of red tape, putting them out on a public website where everyone can see them, but also making them easy to understand.
So for us, transparency is a very crucial part of our campaign, due to the fact that we sell homes to over 500 plus families a year. So we know firsthand, when dealing with these individuals, dealing with these families, they pay property taxes, they pay vehicle taxes, every single family. And so when we go back and we have conversations with these families, I would say 85% can't tell us where their tax dollars are going. And there's a few different reasons why. One reason being that they're just in the dark. Another reason being they don't know how to access that information. So for us, we're going to create a process. We're going to have innovative ways, whether it be a portal or a website, where every single taxpayer will have access to that portal. They can go to the portal and they can view the budget. They can track projects that's taking place in our county, and they can understand every single thing that's going on within the county. So for me, I'm not the type of person or individual to speak on anything that I don't know or haven't experienced myself personally. Now, obviously, I think each and every one of us see different ways we can add value and help build the community. So I would more so rather focus on how to build and not necessarily tear down. So for us, we would like to educate the community more. So focusing on educating the community. Now, I haven't seen a lot of it. I know we have different programs, different initiatives, but I believe pushing those programs out to the community on a grassroots level and partner with the community leaders, banding together and working as one, being united and making sure we disseminate the information out to everyone. I think we can do a better job and improve on that. However, there is no issues. I think Richland County is a great county. I think this state is a great state. I think this city is a great city. Now, I think we can do things to improve, and we can be more innovative by including different people, bringing the youth to the table, and bringing different experts in different fields to the table, which I don't see that done pretty often. So I think if we do that on a larger scale and we disseminate the information as well as educating our community, I think we're going to continue to see growth that we see in other cities around the state.
Yeah, I think there are a few issues, especially talking to residents of District 9 on areas that the county can improve on. District 9 is a great place to live. I live here. I'm committed to raising my family here. We built our house, from the ground up, and this is our home. And so many other people have moved to District 9 as well. You drive around our district, you see new subdivisions, popping up, and it's great. People are happy to come here and they love the schools. However, talking to residents, it doesn't appear that it was fully planned out, the growth for District 9. And we are missing some of those true quality of life things that people want when they move to a community. And so those quality of life things have to do with having bike trails and sidewalks that, families or children can walk safely along streets, having parks or community facilities that are open for everyone and that are actually near your neighborhood, that you don't have to, go miles and miles away to get to them. even such amenities as a pool on this side of town. So there are some amenities that were missed in the growth process as Richland County grew in District 9. That I think that as you know, to come on council, I think that we can work with the planning department and develop plans to make sure that Richland County District 9 continues to grow in the right direction that fits our residents.
Yes, I think that the county could benefit from having a job training program for youth. A lot of people are getting their cars and stuff broke into. They're stealing valuable things out of the cars. I guess they're selling it for money or whatever. And so I think that we could benefit from having the job training program for the youth, and also from having street camera signs, you know, coming into the neighborhoods and going out of the neighborhoods. I think it would be a great idea if they would put cameras up there and more speed bumps in the community, because if they got to slow down while they still in somebody's house, then guess what? Somebody camera bound to get them, you know? So I think that would help out in the community if we had cameras and job training programs for these young people who's breaking in people's cars and stealing and whatnot, instead of just taking them to jail and things like that. Put them to work, because them being in jail is not paying restitution. It's not paying for the things that they've tore up or things that they've stolen. It's doing nothing for the community.
Definitely addressing the food desert that we have within Richland County. There's several pockets in the district where people have to travel over 2 miles to get to a grocery store where they can access fresh fruits and fresh vegetables. And so that's a major issue that I think, excuse me, that Richland County should work towards fixing. In addition to that, I think about the youth, and I talk about youth engagement. And so here in my area, I hear a lot about, there's not anything for the youth in our communities to do. And so we need to come up with some programming, alternative programming for the youth in our communities, and also create volunteer opportunities for them. And even consider on Richland County having a youth commission where we can hear from our youth, have a place for them to come and talk to us and organize and let us know what needs to be done in our county.
I also took the opportunity to talk to the candidates on a personal note. I asked them to share with me a quote that inspires them or that they use as a model to live by.
For me, it is a quote by the late Elijah Cummings, the late congressman, and he quotes that diversity is not our problem, it's our promise. And so I think we're living in a time now where we understand how important diversity is.
I don't know if it's a quote, but it's a special quote to me, and one that my mother and grandmother have instilled in me since a very young age, is that anything you do it well and do it to the best of your ability. Work hard and you will achieve.
So I got a million quotes that I live by, a million different principles. I sent you one, however, what I live by is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's what I live. I live by every single day that I wake up. So with that.
Well, I think it would be the change you want to see. I believe that people complain a lot about different things and different people, different situations. But if you still talking about it and you're not being about it, then you're just in the same situation you've been in when you first started. So I believe that if you be the change you want to see, then that's only when things can change.
After our exhaustive hour and a half conversation, I'm happy to say that all of the candidates are more than capable of filling the role and the duties to be our next county council person to represent District 9. And more than that, they all have a heart for service, and they've all been serving the community long before they decided to put their name on the ballot. Before I let them go, I gave them an opportunity to speak directly to you, the voters of Richland County.
All right. Thank you so much, Michael, for hosting this forum for us. We're all vying to be the candidate for, well, not the candidate, but the representative for Richland County Council District 9. My race began in January, on January the 16th, where we believed in courageous and compassionate leadership to move us forward so that no one in our community and no one in our district or county was left behind. I am a proud mother of two. I am a former military spouse, and I'm a community-driven public servant. I've worked for the state of South Carolina for over 19 years, and I am currently a business analyst. So I understand how government works. I am also a member of the Greater Columbia Community Relations Council. In addition to that, I am on the Democratic Women's Council. But from all of that, I understand the importance of public service. And so I will be ready to serve on day one.
All right. First of all, I'm very grateful and thankful to have this opportunity for starters, because 7 years ago, just as Ms. Addison said, it's very important. I had an experience where I was homeless. I didn't have anything. So to even be here today and to be in the position that I'm in and have the opportunity to run for a county council is just mind blowing to me. So first of all, I'm very thankful for the opportunity, and I'm thankful for the people who are even considering us for being the representative for District 9. To learn more about us, you can go to press49.org. press49.org. Please go to the website, click on it. You can learn more about us. Also, please feel free to give me a call. Personally, call me, 803-569-6313. Again, that number is 803-569-6313. And also, too, to Ms. Mackey's point, I served in the military, which is the government, and I managed a large budget there. I was able to oversee over $3 million of my units, any transaction that took place. So we have two candidates in the race that was able to manage and experience dealing with governmental budgets. So please do the right thing, Richland County. Let's make sure that we elect the right person for the job so that we can continue to see growth in our community. I love each and every one of you. I thank you for taking time out to listen to little old me. And I pray that we'll get a chance to meet after we win this election.
Again, I thank all of you. I think I am the better choice for District 9. I care about you. I love you. Vote for me. Angela Addison.
Thank you. I would like District 9 voters to vote for me, Jesica Mackey, for County Council District 9. You can find out more about me on my website at votemackey.com or email me at info@votemackey.com. I have over 15 years of experience working in local government, the private sector, working on large road projects, economic development, and developing communication strategies. I'd like to leave you with the analogy of District 9 citizens being the interviewer for a job. When you sit down and meet with several candidates for a job, we all may seem very nice and fun to talk with, but you have to find the right person and vote for the right person. That is what the county needs right now. Richland County has close to $1 billion budget. To manage that effectively moving forward, we need someone who understands what it is to manage and work in business, but also someone who understands what it is to manage government and the services that residents need. I am the only candidate that has the unique qualifications of working in government and in business and understands how to combine both of those to lead District 9 forward at this critical time. I ask for your vote so that I can help District 9 improve our roads and reduce traffic congestion, as well as work on recruiting small businesses and working with the local businesses we have. Also, managing the effects of COVID-19 that will continue to impact District 9. Also, I ask for your vote for true leadership and representation on county council. For too long, District 9 residents have not had their voice being heard. I ask for your vote on September 8th. Thank you.